Hey guys, it's been a great morning. We had lots of opening gaps that went in our favor. Only one, the Cheesecake Factory, that one, didn't happen. But that was just a small stop out. We had four gaps that actually, right out of the gate, set up perfectly nice. 1, 2, 3 setups gave everybody a lot of time to get in front of them, put the trades together. You guys asked questions about them. I love that. So Naranjan, good eye on Yeti. You figured it out. You got the entry, the target, everything was working out there. That's exactly what I want to hear, right? That we're getting on the same page when we're looking at the same page. We've had lots of good price action in the triple Qs and the NQ, and we've also had some really good opportunities on the Magnificent Seven stocks and the stocks that are on the volatility band trading plan, where you have just Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla. Those did a really nice job today as well. So Meta was right through the bands early in the session. That hasn't been happening as much as it typically does for the last week or two. That's because of all the earnings and lots of oscillations in the market. But let's go take a look at what's going on with those triple Qs, what the strategy is going forward there. That's been a lot of patience today. Hurry up and wait, and then talk about the strategy going forward on our Magnificent Seven trades. Here is the chart. Here is the triple Q. So this morning we had unemployment numbers or employment figures that just weren't great, right? Came down in, but it's been a quiet day other than that. So it's been relatively low news is good news. It's been just a Treasury auction, and you've got a little bit of Fed speak going on, but other than that, it's really not been anything that disrupts things too much. Had earnings on a lot of consumer stocks. That's going to drive us straight to our comfortable place. The consumer cyclicals, all that stuff is really a pretty easy trade for us. But in terms of the triple Q so far, there was nothing early. So, early in the session here, this was just sort of drifting around and hammering in and out of support and resistance. We didn't see anything solid compared to what it is that we normally like to see. But then we had this nice move to the upside, and that had a significant overlap with this anchored VWAP and this volume by price out here. So when you look at all that, you're waiting, and you're just saying, there's a bunch of folks who are going to be very impatient while you're waiting through all of this and through all of this. But when it gets back down here again, you've got a roadmap for a successful trade. So in this case, we're not in the box. Now we're trading in the trend. We've got a very solid fib retracement here. The fib retracement got us all the way back down to that entry price. We talked about that in the room. So we were 440.10 on the entry, and that one got us all the way to 441.35, which is actually a big move when you're looking at those Qs. Now let's take a look at our Mag 7 stocks and talk about what it is that we're interested in here. They are doing the same dance pretty much as your triple Qs are. They are doing some geometric trading today, and that's been really good over the course of the session. We did have an opportunity, as I said, in Meta to run through the bands from the trading plan. So you've got the trading plan set up. That early one, somebody had asked in the war room. I'm looking at 471.47 from the plan. It's looking like it's going to hit. It's got the range anyways to get up to 472.50. That's great. It's it's just you're not really looking for a run all the way through the bands on that first test. Where we did have a good opportunity was on the the retrace that got us down below, and then had a shallow test below the band, and then started moving up and through. And you can see here that we got all the way up into the top band at 474.75, and then also had the opportunity to get into some extended volatility up above there. We haven't actually even put a trade together in that part of the range yet. The other ones that I've been looking at and that we have been talking about in the room extensively, you guys, well, extensively, I've told you what I was going to do with them. I said I was going to go short on NVIDIA from that 894.90 pivot. We talked about that just about 20 minutes ago, and lo and behold, we got a move all the way down into 888.76, and it looks like it's probably going to keep going into 885.68, but now would be the time to start trailing stops on that leg of the NVIDIA thing. You know, we don't want to wind up back up here somewhere. The goal is to get them on the retraces into that area, and then I'm going to look for a short sale opportunity that gets me in front of the opportunity. So, you know, Amazon, same kind of a thing. These are all, as I said, really geometric today, and I like the geometric patterns. You guys who are doing the boot camp stuff, you know that I'm into the measured moves. I'm into the retraces on the fib zones, and I'm especially into all that stuff when it overlaps with our volatility bands. So when you have these things that are set up and everything is confluent based on the factors that we're looking at, it makes for a very high probability trading setup. And over the course of the session, I think we're going to keep seeing these things happen. So right now we're in a reversal period on the S&Ps, right? From about 125 to 135 is where it's kind of hands off the machine here. That's why I'm doing this now. I understand some of you got a text from a few days ago that was triggered accidentally. Sorry about that. But if you went there, you know there was nothing to watch. There was nothing to go on there. So Microsoft, same thing. I'm going to look here for a move back down into this area. And what's bounded by this box, it's either the top of the box or the bottom of the box. I'm probably going to look for a 411.07 entry, and I will either double up at 410.73 or just leave a stop down below there. Not going to do anything until about 10-15 minutes from now. So really we're at 120, 125 right now. Got about 10-15 minutes before the market picks a direction again. Okay, and I think that's about it. So I think we've got a game plan for the afternoon. I think we know what we're going to do. So let's go do it, and I will pop back into the room to talk to you folks in a second here. Hope you're having a good one. We've been just really, really focused on staying in front of these, and this morning's environment was better than most, like I said, because we didn't have a ton of news, didn't have a lot of headline-driven trading going on, and the news is mostly nonsense anyways, and not really worth watching. But I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.